Gangster.
Uh-oh.
You got caught.
My bad.
Behind the scene action. Big Willie Styles, Wise Man, Cass King, back once again, Dynasty Sports Network. Hope everyone is having a glorious Sunday. Everyone except for Donald Trump lying ass talking about I'm 6'3", 215 pounds. My ass.
He said what?
Say he's 6'3", 215, bro.
Man, I'm 6'3", 295, and he look rounder than me.
Man.
You know that was a lie from the pits of hell. Come on, man. Listen. It's big boy season, man. You ain't gotta lie about your weight, man.
That's wild.
Exactly, man. Well, let's get to it, man. Listen, we got another great show on deck, of course. But let's get it started, man. We're gonna go ahead and start with the Lions' final preseason game. Of course, the Lions had the final preseason game against the Carolina Panthers, which they came out with the victory. Of course, you know the starters didn't start, but you know we still was able to get some production out of a lot of the guys that we wanted to see and a lot of guys that's on that bubble. So I wanted to get you guys' opinion on this last game, man. What did you guys see that stood out to you? I'm gonna go ahead and start with you, Wise Man.
I saw us taking that next step, if you will. You know, that was a game where we could have easily laid down and it could have been the same old Lions kind of vibe, you know. I just seen everybody like just kind of dial in. Teddy looked great, man. Everything about us just looked great. Defense was balling. Craig Reynolds looked pretty good running the rock. Offensive line was blocking for a change. So, you know, I absolutely love Gilmore went crazy. I still like the Sterling kid. You know, it's so much. It was just so much good to watch that game, bro, and just see them like just take that next step and just be like, all right, we ain't about to just lay down even though we down 10-0, you know. And they just took that game and they dominated, man. Like that was a hell of a performance.
Oh yeah, I like what they seeing out there too. What's up, King? What you got, man?
Man, just Gilmore, Antoine Green, Teddy Bridgewater looking clean and smooth out there. Second week in the offense, only gonna look better. You know what I'm saying? As he progresses and learn more out of that playbook. So you know you're looking for those type of standout guys. That's taking that opportunity and making the best of it. That's what the preseason is for. That's what our preseason is for, because like Dan Campbell said, our veterans and our starters, not worry about them going out playing preseason games. It's more of work in practice and camp that they need. You know what we know what Amon-Ra St. Brown is. We know what these guys are. You know what I'm saying? So for these young guys to come and step up like they did, Lucas also with an interception. You know, like I said, show your worth.
Yeah.
Show your worth, man.
Most definitely. So with this last game, of course, you know, it was, you know, seeing what, like you said, what these young guys do, and you know, I was really impressed, like I said, with the defense and what they show, especially the secondary and how they was making plays. And it's good to see, you know, Houston out there, you know, being very demonstrative as he's been coming off that edge, as well as, you know, Rodriguez and Campbell playing together. That looks to be a combination that could be our future. So that was a good look to see them play together for a long period of time. And like you said, Wise Man, the fact that, you know, they were down 10-0 early and was able to, you know, overcome that, not only overcome that, but take the lead and not give up the lead was definitely a bright spot for that game. Now, of course, we all know that it is preseason, so, you know, we don't want to look into it that heavy, but from a coach's standpoint, from a organization standpoint, you like to see these guys that's on the bubble, that's on the cusp of making this team make plays. So, King, let me ask you, I know you mentioned a few guys, but who really stood out to you in that game that really kind of solidified their spot to you in your opinion?
To me, the guy that stood out the most that solidified his spot, I would most definitely have to go with Antoine Green, man. I got to at that last receiver spot simply because of what I saw from Coda that game. Coda has some big passes that he dropped.
Man,
Dan Campbell has walked up to that booth and said over and over and over, I want guys that can show up in big moments. His big moment, he didn't show up. Antoine Green took it upon himself and put the Lions ahead in the situation. Look, we got to understand this. The Lions were playing their second unit. The Panthers was playing some starters.
Yeah, yep.
You know what I'm saying? So these guys were showing up against starters. That's what you want to. That's what you're looking for. And not only just catching the football, Antoine Green was returning the ball well. You know what I'm saying? He's showing what he can bring. He's showing value. That's what you're looking for. So I think he definitely put that final bid in for that last receiver spot on this team.
What about you, Wise man? Is anybody in particular that stood out to you during that last game?
I was rooting for Coda, man. Like, I was a Coda guy, man. I was just like, look, this kid is balling, man. And it just, when the lights got on, man, it looked like it was just a little too big for him because, you know, like I said, he had some key drops. I like the corners, man. I like Sterling and I like Gilmore. I think they ball, man. I really do. I really feel like, you know, in a position that we hurt it so bad last year at, you know what I'm saying? And to see that on our depth, you know what I'm saying, on our second and third string, that them guys can ball, man. So I really feel like they did themselves some good, you know. And then I like Sorsdale. You know, I know we drafted him, but man, Buddy was out there moving shit, you know. So I like that for us too. So those are my guys that stood out the most to me.
For me, I think who stood out this last game, of course, Gilmore, who's making plays, as well as Lucas. Lucas.
Lucas had a good game. Yeah.
So overall, them two, I think they solidified his spot. Also with the rookie Davis making that long touchdown, I think he kind of took that spot from Coda. Coda was looking good for a couple of weeks, as well as Alexander. But it's not how you start, but how you finish. Mm-hmm. And those guys finished strong. So we're going to see whether or not those guys is going to stick it out. Speaking of, there was a first round of cuts that came out today.
Hold up, Willie. Hold up. One more player we got to give flowers. Craig Reynolds.
He bought.
Yes.
Craig Reynolds.
Yeah, Craig was holding that thing.
During camp, we've been out there, multiple practices. You didn't hear a thing about Craig Reynolds. You know what I'm saying? But when the lights came on and it was his time to go, he was ready to go. So we got to give him.
That is true. And I would say this, he took advantage of his opportunity because it was a couple of guys that got hurt, that got cut. And when it came to show itself, he showed himself worthy that last game, getting those. There was tough yards that he was getting. There's a lot of times where he was supposed to have been stopped, but he inched out those couple yards. So he really made a name for himself. So hopefully that does enough for him to stay on this roster. Speaking of, like I said, we had the first round of cuts, and we could see it here. Some of the guys that got cut. Defensive lineman Christian Covington, offensive lineman Bobby Hart, offensive lineman Jermaine Feedy, wide receiver Jason Moore, running back Divine Ozigbo. We also waived wide receiver Trinity Davis, wide receiver Avery Davis, offensive lineman Obina Eze, tight end Daniel Helm, offensive lineman Alex Mollett, safety Scott Nelson, offensive lineman Darren Paulo, and cornerback Kobe Richardson. Not really too much of a shocker on that first round of cuts, do you guys think?
Absolutely
not at all. All I know is when I wake up tomorrow morning, if Will Harris and fucking Sudfield is not in the free agent pool swimming and drowning, I'm gonna lose my shit. Excuse my Swahili.
Well, hey, what's wrong with Will Harris, y'all, man? Come on, y'all been hard on
man. He been getting burnt.
Shit. You ever see dog shit on the lawn? You do everything you can to try to avoid it. That's what that kid is.
He's been here too long. It's time. Go away,
man. Go away.
Like, good God, this guy, bro. He was getting burnt in the preseason. Why?
Man, listen, bro. Like, he just looked lost, and he always chasing somebody. Why you ain't never where you supposed to be, dog?
I don't know what they see in this kid, with him and Sterling Thomas, bro. Sterling Thomas is stuck to guys.
You hear me?
He's chasing guys.
Always doing this.
And Will Harris is always behind the guys. So we're going to see, man. Like I said, we got Tuesdays when, the deadline going to be. We get the team down to 53-man roster. But looking at those first set of cuts, the only one that I would say that could have been a little bit of a I would say was Christian Covington. I think he showed a little bit. I just think we got too much depth at the defensive line for us to keep him in there. But other than that,
Big Bo was kind of impressive too at running back. I mean, I'm not surprised by it, but Big Bo had moments.
But like I said, just right. So yeah, those first cuts really wasn't surprising to all. But we're going to see, in the next couple of days. Like you said, Sudfeld going to be here, Wise man.
I just don't see. I rebuke you.
Yeah,
I rebuke you. I'm going.
Dan Campbell. We rebuke you.
Yeah, we going Golf. We going Teddy, and we going Martinez, and we going. Listen.
I don't even think Martinez is going to make the cut either.
Look, he gonna make the cut just off the strength of we get to carry an extra quarterback. So I feel like you can't do it, man. Like, I'll go down there and I have a conversation with Dan. Me and Dan gonna have a grown man conversation.
Honestly, I feel like Martinez and Sudfeld will get cut, and we're going to pick up another quarterback off the waiver wire.
I'm for that. As long as Sudfeld is off my team.
Yeah, facts.
Period. I don't even care. I mean, Martinez is a running quarterback. He's a runner.
I'll take that over Sudfeld, man.
Yeah, Sudfeld, but bro, Wise man, I think we totally on the same page. We just want this man far away from here.
Yes, sir. Let's ship him to Nova Scotia.
Man.
You fellas is kind of hard on Sudfeld, man.
He is dog shit.
Maui is where he need to go.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh man, listen, you guys be easy, man. You know what I'm saying? He did what he could.
Just nah, bro.
Just nah.
We could have went out there and did better than that, my boy.
Yeah.
Maybe I should, put my, my skills in the hat to go out there to be the backup quarterback.
There it is.
I can run Manor and no problem. You know what I'm saying?
Lord have mercy, he is terrible, man.
But anyway, on to some better news. There have been some rumors out there of some
cooking.
The cooking going on. So King, man, you heard some things, man?
Man. Wide receiver. Another quarterback. Chase Young. That's just to name a few of the rumors that's twirling around on social media right now. You know what I'm saying? So, and like I said, there's a lot. And there's definitely some substance behind them. It's not just hot air. You got
some might happen. This might have a strong possibility.
Yeah, you got some sources out there confirming it. So
right, and one of the rumors that I seen was about a disgruntled wide receiver in Buffalo.
Yeah,
that could be potentially something that we could look at.
Oh my God, that'd be a game changer, dog.
That'll be the final. That's one of the final pieces right there.
Yeah. At that point, I'm selling Lions Kool-Aid. I'm gonna quit my jobs and I'm gonna just be down at Fort Field selling Kool-Aid. G.
What's gonna be? Listen. You gotta be careful what you're gonna put in that Kool-Aid now, my brother. You got, know what the feds watching.
Will Harris for Mike Evans. Hey, Tober tripping, man.
Bro, Joe Biden wouldn't even approve that.
Man, you hear me?
Here you go.
As much as I want Will Harris go, I don't think nobody would take that kid.
Now, was also a rumor, but it seems to be not much of a rumor, but it was a possibility that the Lions was looking into that trading for Trey Lance as well. I don't know if you guys seen that reports too.
I saw that.
With the guys trade, he was one of the ones. The Lions was one of the ones in that category. So what do you guys feel about that? If we Lions would have picked up Trey Lance,
I'll take Trey Lance in a heartbeat. I mean, why wouldn't you? You know what I'm saying? You have in your future a Jared Goff, a Trey Lance, and a Hendon Hooker. You know what I'm saying? Type of situation, and make those latter two guys probably battle it out. I'm fine with that. I mean, it's a young quarterback. Why would you not? I love Teddy, but I'll go younger in a heartbeat. That's just me.
But being young, but also he's a guy that, he would have to sit back and learn because he's been sitting back, primarily. But is the risk worth it? Why?
To me, no. I mean, you've been in the league for how long, and you ain't did nothing but sit on the bench. So my thing is, and you let Sam Darnold beat you out. You know what I'm saying? And we all know what he is. I can't use my Swahili no more because my mama in the chat, and I don't want to get put on punishment. But you already know what I was gonna say. DS. Like
you would say dog.
Yeah, dog poo. There he is. So I mean, to me, I was good either way. I'm just, long as Sudfeld is not on our roster, I don't care. I mean, he was just gonna sit here. He was gonna come here, sit on the bench anyway. So, whatever.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
What it's gonna be. But listen, check it out, man. Listen, now that the preseason is over, fellas.
Woohoo!
It's officially the start of the season, man. Are you fellas ready for the opener, man?
Man,
listen, I'm gonna tell you this. I was so excited. I thought it was this Thursday. I was just getting ready for this Thursday because I'm thinking
boy's about to call off work.
Yeah, I was about to get ready, but of course, it's next Thursday. To those who don't know, but it's time to get prepared. It's time to get prepared, fellas.
Yeah, it's go time. It's here, man. This is what we've been waiting on. It's here. We ready to rock and roll, man. Listen, I
didn't start marinating my meat already.
You hear me?
Pause.
Hey, listen to me, man. The Brews gonna be well. The Wings gonna be there. Hey, yeah, let's shout out everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to Mr. Privy. Shout out to Tolbert. Shout out to Mom Dukes that's in here. Shout out to everybody that's kicking it with us. Please feel free to comment, like, subscribe, turn those notifications on. Nate, what up,
Invite your friends, invite your family. Come on in to this live, man. Because we know we have a good time, man. Listen, I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do to get prepared for this, man. Because I know down at Ford Field is gonna be rocking on Thursday.
Yeah, they have a watch party down at Ford Field,
and being in that atmosphere is great. But I think this one, I want to be in the confines of my comfortability of my home to bring this one in. I don't know about you fellas.
I'm with you on that, man. I want to yell. I want to throw stuff. You know what I'm saying? I want to be in my element for game one. And then outside of that, I'm with the guys after that. But game one, I feel like we all need to be locked in.
Yeah,
man,
listen, guys.
Be laser focused.
Yes, sir.
Laser focus?
Laser focused. Laser focused.
Listen, guys, go ahead and leave a comments of what you guys' plan is for the season over, man. Let us know. Or, I know we said we was gonna be at home, but you always can invite, saying DSN to show up to your crib,
Yeah.
Have wings and beer.
And lots of beer.
Lots of beer.
Lots of dillies.
Voodoo Ranger. Please.
And listen, we may come make a party of it. Now, we've been doing this for a couple years now, and nobody invited us to their place, to a tailgate. I'm just saying that we've been bringing y'all this great content, and nobody want to rock with your boys. I don't understand that. But we won't leave your house dirty. We don't start fights.
No. Hey, I like that trade right there because I'll take that in a heartbeat.
Oh man.
From the
Piquet
market.
For the Piquet market.
Hold the flies.
From the Piquet market. That's tough. I ain't seen that joint.
That is tough. That is tough. Is Piquet still open?
Man, I don't know, G. I wouldn't probably buy nothing from there though.
Hey, that's why I said hold the flies.
Hold the flies.
I think they'd have changed over, but I haven't seen a Phuket commercial in a couple of years. So I don't think they open anymore.
I'll still take that trade though. Long as Sudfeld go.
listen. Get off Sudfeld back, man. He did what he could.
F that guy, dog.
I'm liable to fire on him if I seen him at the gas station.
Hey, listen, and I heard just a rumor, but I heard that he was trying to sign autographs, so nobody wanted it at a training camp practice.
Oh, yeah, somebody said he was trying to get him. I heard that.
And nobody wanted it.
I heard that. Yeah.
That's tough.
That's a damn shame. But you know, it is what it is when you're out there throwing picks like that, man. You gotta.
Oh my God.
The first play. It's always the first play.
Yep.
It's like, man, it's the first play pick. Like, come on, bro.
No. You know what? Then he'll lead you on too. He'll make like a nice completion here. Okay. Pick. Like, come on, bro. Yeah, he's dog water. For sure.
Yeah, well, enough of the Sudfeld slander, man. We're on a positive state of mind right now when it comes.
There you go
to the Lions, because, like I said, we're all looking forward to the season, starting the season opener. So I know it may be too soon for predictions, but what are your feel going into this Kansas City game? I know we didn't get a chance to see the starters throughout the preseason, but you know that was done purposely because, like I said, we had several. Training camp, games, practices that, the starters got their reps in regards to that. And they came out of preseason practically, unscathed when it comes to injuries, which is what we all wish for going through preseason, that, our starters don't get injured or we don't have any significant injuries. So, I'm sorry, knock on wood on that one, because we really didn't get hit with the injury bug like we used to. Only one in particular usually that we did, I would say, was Jameson, but that was kind of minor to what we used to having.
Listen, I know we kind of, the old creeping lion curse comes in our mind, but I knew the curse was officially over with CJ Gardner-Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
CJ Gardner-Johnson, when we thought he for sure tore his ACL or something, and it turned out that it was only a minor injury.
Mm-hmm.
I knew the curse, because that would have been the most Lions thing. We get CJ, he get hurt. That's the Lions curse right there.
No doubt.
I purposely kept my mouth shut because I didn't want you. Because I always said, when it comes to the Lions, it was either by draft or by free agency. They always come in and they get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And when you said that with the CJ Gardner-Johnson, I said, here we go again. But like I said, it just was a minor thing. He was out there the next day, the following day. So there I said, the curses might be lifted.
I don't know, man. I just feel like that's another reason why a lot of the starters didn't play during preseason too. It's just like, all right, get all your work, all your reps at practice. Preseason game, we just gonna let everybody who's fighting for a position get out there. Although I still feel like they should have played a little more. But I get it, because, every time you go out there, somebody go down. It's always a key person, and we right back to where we started. So I'm okay with all that jazz, man. It's when that situation happened with CJ, I was like King. I was like, oh, here we go again. Why us? Like I thought Jeff Daniels and Peyton Manning lifted the curse when they poured all the whiskey in the end zone in that tub right there, yo. I was like, yeah, we good now. Peyton was here, so. But and real quick too, fellas, make sure you buy your lady a Hendon Hooker jersey. It's all insider. Just do it.
if you didn't get it, you ain't gonna never get it right there. That's the one. You're like, why not get a Hooker jersey? Don't even worry about it. Put it on tonight, baby.
That's a dirty joke, right there.
It is. But do it anyway.
That's bad.
He said, that's my favorite player. Oh, really? But anyway, so are you guys feel comfortable in regards to making your predictions for the season opener, or you just want to give it a minute?
I'm 12-5.
No, he's talking about for the opener.
Oh, opener 24-21. Lions. Y'all go ahead and place that bet, and I want 10% of your proceeds. Thank you.
24-20. Okay.
24-21.
Are you there yet?
I got the Lions winning, but I'm struggling with the number. It's gonna be a high power game. It's gonna be a high power game, man. 31-24 Lions.
Ooh, okay. All right.
34-21?
Not 34, no.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, hold on. What you say again? Say that again. I'm
31-24 Lions.
Okay, I like that. Yeah, it's gonna be somewhere
Touch them in the mouth, man. You know, they let them celebrate and get all the little twinkles in their eyes from the lights and the glitz and glamour. Oh, we champion. Punch the fuck out of them.
Yeah, no doubt. I like that.
Y'all ready?
Go for it.
38-35 Lions.
Oh, y'all say so. You got a shootout. Okay.
It gotta be. Listen, it may be even more. Listen. So for some reason, it's giving me. I'm going back to that LA Ram Kansas City vibe when they had that shootout game. I'm getting that feel a little bit.
Man, what was the score? 54-51? Y'all feel free to leave the scores in the comments too. I think Tober said 31-34. I'm not mad at that.
He didn't say who was winning though. But he
said 48-15. All right.
He all over, Marvin, you all over the place, man. You got listen, man.
Oh, Madden.
Yeah, put it down, big fella.
Listen, if that 48-15, oh man, listen. I'll be down there at Ford Field with Wise Man Cavs making the Kool-Aid. The Lions,
no doubt
about that much.
No doubt. We're gonna have a Lions Kool-Aid stand.
The city will explode if the Lions did something like that just from game one.
No doubt.
We already won the Super Bowl if
That's
something
it.
like that happened.
Streets would be flooded with fans. It might be quote unquote a couple of riots breaking off, but we're gonna hold off on that particular assignment. But the Lions definitely have a chance. Now, to me, the scores can be reversed too. Listen, I wouldn't sleep on Kansas City because Patrick Mahomes, that's a bad brother, man.
Well, that's the wrong team to sleep on in general, G. Like
they need to keep their players pleased over there.
Yeah, no doubt.
But I will say this: they are breaking in a new offensive coordinator, so that could be a change, as well as, like I said, breaking in a few other players too. So we got a chance. Definitely got a chance. So we look forward to that, man. But also, man, if you guys will leave in the comment section what you guys feel about this opening game, what you guys are doing, man. We love to hear from you guys in regards to that season over. But I'm excited now, man. Preseason is officially over. We're gonna get these cuts going on. We'll get that final roster put in, and let's get this ball rolling, man. Let's get that sugar and that Kool-Aid ready, man.
Yes,
I know you're right. We put plenty of sugar in our Kool-Aid, because we like it sweet like that, no homo.
Yeah, man. I listen, bro. They got a legit chance to punch these dudes in the mouth on a serious note. They really do. So you want to come out with a bang, you want to set the tone right from the beginning, from the start, come give it everything you got against Kansas City. Like I said, they're going to be missing some of their key players on defense simply because of the dispute between the team and them players. So take advantage.
Are you talking about a particular defensive tackle, one of the best in the league, Chris Jones? He said he'd be willing not to sit out the first 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks. If he did
8 weeks.
Absolutely.
8 weeks.
That definitely could be beneficial, to the Lions a little bit. So I'm hoping that he's a man of his word.
Yeah,
it does so. I hope he's a man of his word and do so. But we're going to see. But anyway, listen, we're going to take a quick break, guys. We've got some other sports stuff to talk about on the other side, man. So just stay tuned with us, man. We're going to be rocking back with you guys.
Wow, black-owned shoe stores. Culture. My culture, though. Let's see what they talking about in here. What's up, little dog? You good? Y'all got something here for me? I'm talking about exclusive. They got all the dunks? How many dunks they got? Something like these. Y'all got a little vibe in here. They buying shoes, selling shoes. It feels like the culture. They dunking on people. Oh, they doing TikTok. They looking out for the kids. Oh, man, this is great, man. Oh, they got all the races working here. It just really feels like culture. Looking for a black-owned shoe store to get some real drip at? Come up here to Culture Detroit, man. That's what the streets been missing. Welcome home, fam.
Yes, sir. That is our official sponsor, Culture Detroit, located at the Avenue of Fashion, 19327 Livernois. Listen, we had a back-to-school event Saturday, Culture Detroit. Also, shout out to my guy T Merritt, our barber here. He also was down with the back-to-school event. Man, it was a great success. Listen, we had bounce house. We had the gaming station. You know, we was giving out book bags, school supplies, food for the kids. It was a joyous event, man. Shout out to everyone down there at Culture Detroit, to all the businesses down there on the Avenue of Fashion for participating in the back to school event, man. It was a great success, man. I had a good time, man, seeing those kids out there, and more or less it was, you know, the parents was able to get a little bit of relief, you know, coming in there and be able to get the stuff needed for these kids to start school, because they will be back in school. Majority of them will be back in school tomorrow. I know my kids will be.
Not mine.
Anyway, but they'll be there soon. But we could get into a little bit of Pistons talk, because we got a few things we can get into. One in particular I want to bring up. I know it's something that goes on particularly every year with, in the off season with the guys getting their workout. Rico Hines, of course that's the event where the guys go play with other, NBA players and get their skills up and, training and shooting and, a lot of gaming going on. And we see a lot of our guys last year, they, really showed out, and it looks like this year as well. King, I know you pay a lot of attention in regards to the Rico Hines deal. We always be looking for the footage because it goes crazy in there.
Yeah. I mean, Rico Hines is, it's been, a major thing over the summer with NBA players, man. They show up in there for those runs simply against other NBA talent. You know what I'm saying? So you can't get that everywhere. You got a bunch of guys in the gym most of the time. So you get used to playing against some of these players, which helps you during the regular season. If you think about it, I'm used to this game. I know what he does, things like that. But our young team, especially with Cade returning, you wanted to see them build chemistry whenever they can. You seen Monty Williams and Troy Weaver there in attendance, along with pretty much the entire team, except for a couple of vets like Bojan, showed up to Rico Hines, and man, they went at it. You know what I'm saying? 2 courts full of Pistons, went at it. Pretty much the first and the second unit is what it looked like out there. And you seen Cade out there looking smooth, looking great. Asar was out there looking great. I mean, everything was full circle. So for them to go out there and win majority of the games that they was in was pretty nice to see, man. You want to see the young guys go out there and learn to play with each other and learn how to win with each other, even if it's in the gym.
I can agree, but I would say this, we had this similar type last year, during Rico Hines. So what you think was different this year than last year?
Well, first of all, the players that we had in Rico Hines last year, even though we did well, we didn't see most of them most of the season. So it was a totally different season. We know that was a failed season last season. We knew it was tank season after Cade went down. I mean, Cade started the season hot. He was averaging 20 plus points. You know what I'm saying? Starting out in them first 12 games. So obviously it was doing something, right? Well, this time around, hopefully going into the season, we're in a better situation where everybody's available, because last season we had 27 different lineups, which is ridiculous. And plus it was Wemby, right. And it was Wemby season. So we know what that was. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the main difference that is, I think is yet to come, because like I said, they looked good last season, but injury derailed that. And looking at what we've been seeing, not just from Rico Hines and the guys playing in there, but during the Team USA workouts, you're seeing what the guys were doing, and it brought a lot of hope back to this Pistons fan base who were down over the past year, going into the season, hopefully to see that the potential leader, which we all predict him to be, Cade Cunningham, will be back and be in full force. With that being said, King, I know that you spoke on this earlier. You induced during your you guys' podcast in regards to what the roster is looking like currently. So I wanted to get that pulled up because I want to take a look into that, see what we're working with so far when it comes to this Pistons lineup.
Absolutely. So currently ESPN right now has a depth chart out, and a lot of people have been looking at it. I don't use ESPN as a great source, obviously. But when it's a depth chart, it's just something to look at, right?
Yeah.
When you look at where they have the starters and then you look at the bench, it's very interesting because obviously Stewart is on the bench. Bojan's playing the 4 and Ausar is starting. Me personally, as a realist, Ausar is going to have to earn that starting spot. Like, that's just simple point in playing. He hasn't played one dime of NBA basketball yet. So it's hard for me to say he's going to be a starter out the gate.
Rookie start every day, B.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. But that's when that rookie is, one that you draft with that top 5 pick, the potential number 1 pick. That's the franchise guy. That's not what he's brung in to be. Yep. He's not brung in to be that. So he's brung in to be a glue guy to fit along with the pieces that we got already. And for what he brings and what Bojan brings, being one of the most highest touted veterans that around the league that a lot of people want right now on their team, it's gonna be hard for me to see Ausar starting at that 3 because we just paid Stewart. Yep. He's playing the 4, whether people like it or not. He's playing the 4. He ain't putting all his work in shooting threes and making and working on his jump shot for nothing. So listen, Ausar, I love Ausar. I love what I've seen from him, but he has to earn it first. By midpoint of the season, I do think he finally moves into that spot because I don't think Bojan makes it past the trade deadline.
Okay. So for me, I'm with you in regards to that. I believe that Bogey moves to that, that 3 and Stewart be at the 4 because to me, I don't feel like it's necessary to rush him into the starting lineup. We went through that particular situation. For one, this guy, like you said, he hasn't played the NFL. I mean, he looked good in the summer league, but those against guys that may not be on the roster or young guys themselves. So we really haven't seen him yet. So I think a lot of people saw what potential that he had, and it was ready to boom, 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 jump the gun, and let's start him right away. We just had a similar situation like that by rushing the young guy into this lineup, and you're seeing what's happening with that right now. He's third in the point guard roster right now because we rushed him into the starting lineup without putting no veteran ahead of him to show him the ropes. We don't need to do that with Ausar. Right now, we don't know what his offensive game is going to be yet. We know defensively, and he's active. We know that's good, but to throw him in the starting lineup right now is not necessary when you got a guy like Bogey that is very productive, especially if you're going to start Stewart and Durant. Like, I love those guys' energy, but we need that solidified third scoring option because, for one, we got to remember Cade is still coming off an injury, so we don't know if he's going to start slow or fast or not. Ivy going into his second year, we still got questions on that. So everybody in that starting lineup, Durant, Stewart, Cade, Jaden, all of them still got question marks in regards to what their game is going to be, whether it's going to be take a next step or not. But we know what we're going to get out of Bogey. So why not use that, for right now? Because like I said, he's not the future, but he's that gateway. Let him get us going and allow that young fella Thompson to be comfortable, to not have to put pressure on him to come in right away and do some things, because you know how this fan base is. Once he come in and that shot is not falling and his confidence start dipping, you're going to see a lot of people trading on him, saying like, "Oh, we shouldn't have picked him," or "Look, he's a bust already." You know how our fan base is.
Detroit going Detroit.
They going Detroit. They going go hard on him.
Be the worst fan base possible,
man.
As you can see right now, what's going on with our other young guy in Killian. Everybody ready to ship him out to to another planet almost, because he wasn't given what everybody thought he was, being picked at that position. So why do that to this young guy? For what? Like I said, we're not projected to go anywhere. I feel personally, I think when healthy, we got a chance at, you know, being a play-in type of team. But if we're not in a rush this year, why rush him into the starting lineup? He hasn't developed yet, and we haven't seen him yet. So I'm with that. Let's stick with, you know, Bogut 3. Let's move Stewart 4. And with Stewart, he's interchangeable. You know, he's been working hard, but we got, you know, a guy, Bagley's still a good veteran. Wiseman, we're still waiting to see a full season from him. I would really like to see what he could bring, because we yet haven't seen him in a full season with a starting lineup as well. So it's gonna be fun to see what this roster looks like when training camp start, if it stays in this regards, King.
Quick side note: that Ohio State quarterback just threw his first touchdown. That bum.
Who, Justin Fields?
Huh?
You talking about Justin Fields?
No, the other one.
CJ Stroud?
CJ Stroud.
Oh, Stroud.
It took you long enough.
Right. It took you 3 games.
Right? Bezel. What does it all mean? But it's interesting to see, you know, what they're projecting to be. But it's some changes that can go along with it. I really feel like competition-wise, we should be seeing that from the second and third unit, because that can be interchanged between the second and third unit. Like you see Isaiah Livers, they got him third position in 2 different positions, and you've been seeing him working on finishing up his shots too. So listen, I'm excited to see what this roster is going to do. You know, Joe Harris, we paid money for him to come over and shoot. 19 million is, we need you to come in and be productive. And of course, you know, we traded for Monty Morris. We didn't trade to get him, not for him not to play. But at the same time, I don't feel like Killian should be giving up any leeway to anybody. Like, this is your team from the beginning. Don't allow these guys to come in and take any time for you. And that's my only gripe with Killian is, like, listen, don't push yourself to the side for nobody, man. I think it's time for him to be a little bit honoring and aggressive, because this is his future at stake. He got to show something. I know he's been hearing the trade talks and everything like that, but like, this is your opportunity. Listen, ain't nobody coming to take my spot. You went from the starting to the bench. Now you're third. No, time to wake up now, man. Like, listen, be a dog or something. Listen, if you got to hit people in the back of the head like you did Wagner, then do that, man. But you got, but it's time, man, because this is your future.
All right, man. Like I said, another thing on this roster, I was mentioning it earlier. Wiseman and Bagley. Those two. Now, I know you pretty much you're a Bagley guy. I know you like Bagley when he's available. Me personally, I think Bagley's a 4. He's not a 5 whatsoever.
I agree.
Yeah.
Bagley's a 4.
Yeah. But Wiseman, I don't know if it's still a little salt because he got, you know, Sadiq got.
I think it is.
But he's just, bro.
And that's what I was saying.
Talk, man. Talk, B.
I think the problem is that, like, he's one of the ones that injury bug is really what got people griping on him. We haven't seen him in a full season, and then when we got him, what did we get him for? How many games? Like 20 games?
20,
and we didn't.
27, 28.
You know, and with the roster, like you said, that was a bunch of, you know, G Leaguers. So we really haven't had a chance to see him yet. And if we're going to be like that with Wiseman, and you know, so we got another guy on our team that we're looking to try to, you know, keep and going, I'll put him in the same boat as Killian. Listen, it's time for you to be the dog. That's the same draft class. You know, it's time for him to show up. But otherwise, like you said,
it's easier to play center than it is to play guard.
When
like
healthy.
7-1.
When healthy.
You getting bagged by Lowry, Butler, guards off benches is bodying you. Bro, it ain't got nothing to do with none of that. It's the be big, man.
Well, I couldn't be 7 feet, G.
Like, bro, 7 feet. You ain't KD. Stop bringing up KD. You are not KD. You will never be KD. Yes.
Oh, I thought you were talking. That sounds more like Bagley than
No.
Wiseman.
Wiseman is the one that be bringing up KD. No.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Nowhere near.
No, not at all. But like I said, this is his opportunity too. Like I said, I can't make that judgment yet because I haven't seen enough in this roster with a full healthy roster for me to say that. Like that 20 game that we had is just not enough for me to be able to say, okay, listen, I'm done away with him. And then
It was
the
enough
fact
for
that
me to say that he was soft.
I wouldn't even say that because, like I said, him coming off an injury, you need to play the game to be able to.
It had nothing to do with his core.
It does, especially with the type of injuries that he had.
Man, nah.
And the fact of the matter is, he finally got out there. Listen, in order for you to be able to feel that, you got to be out. You got to be out there to feel it. You know what I'm saying?
He made to tell you how soft he been. Isaiah Stewart used to abuse him.
And that's good.
That's not good. Stu is. You said it once. Stu is 6'9".
But you need that punishment. Like I said, he hasn't been in the trenches enough to get beat on. Is what I'm saying. He need that. Majority of the time he spent hurt, and then you come in and you haven't felt what the real NBA feel like. We need to see that. That's what I'm saying. Let's see that. But offensively, that's not something that you just can't go away with. Now, that's my thing about it. Like offensively, like you just can't throw away that type of production just yet. Offensively wise with Bagley and White, and that's what keeps them around Bagley and Wiseman, because the efficiency that they show on the offensive end, that just ain't something you just can throw away easily and get something back in return for it. But we gonna see. See. Let us get healthy. Let us all be healthy. That's what we want. Healthy.
Right.
Okay. And once all these guys are healthy, then we can go ahead and make our judgments of whether or not, because like I said, this is their contract year anyway for both Wiseman and Hayes, right? They got opportunities to get extensions. So we gonna see.
Listen, I need Wiseman to go work out with Amon-Ra St. Brown's dad. So we can tell him, hey, what's wrong with spit? You don't drink spit no more?
Oh, here we go. Say we don't drink spit no more. Speaking of drinking spit, we're gonna take a quick break so we can wet our whistles, man. We're gonna come back and we're gonna get into some college, man. College season has started, man. Let's get into it, man. Let's jump into it. But we're gonna come right back and we're gonna jump into that.
Wow, black owned shoe store. Culture. My culture though. You see what they talking about in here. What's up, little dog? You good? Y'all got something here for me? I'm talking about exclusive. They got all the dunks. How many dunks they got? Something like these. Y'all got a little vibe in here. They buying shoes, selling shoes. It feels like the culture. They dunking on people. Oh, they doing TikTok. They looking out for the kids. Oh, man, this is great, man. Oh, they got all different races working here. It just really feels like culture. You looking for a black-owned shoe store to get some real drip at? Come up here to Culture Detroit, man. That's what the streets been missing. Welcome home, fam.
Yes, sir. College football is among us. It has begun. Listen, we had a few games come on this weekend, man. I know we had a good time this weekend. Finally seen some college football. A couple of ranked teams was playing this weekend, but it's officially college football season. Wiseman, man, I know you was ready, man. Had the grill going, man. So how'd you feel waking up on a Saturday morning knowing we had a couple of games going on this past weekend?
Well, first of all, I would like to give honor to the Lord, who's the head of my life, pastor, first lady, everyone's. It was just amazing to see college game day and just the pageantry involved in it, just the fans, man. It was amazing. Although Notre Dame beat dog ass smooth down Navy's leg. It was great to see, man.
Yes,
Like,
it was.
I am super happy that college football is back.
I am too. And it's, we had a few games this past weekend, and it's officially, starting this week. King, man, did you catch anything this past weekend?
Oh yeah, I definitely caught a couple of things, but the most thing that I caught, because I'm a mess starter, is Harbaugh got suspended 3 games.
Well, we're gonna talk about that because it was actually self-imposed by the university.
I know.
Harbaugh missing the 3 games, man. Of course, initially it was, they was trying to agree upon them doing 4 games, but the NCAA rejected it. So, the university went ahead and did their own sanctioned 3-game suspension, which to me, I know a lot of people was griping on that. I think it's a good thing, just for the simple fact that they know something. Get it out the way. They know something is coming. NCAA, they are up and down all over the place when it comes to this suspension. That's another thing. NCAA need to get their shit together. Excuse my French, because their inconsistency across the board is astronomical when it comes to how these suspensions are being laid out, especially with the type of things that are going on, especially down in the SEC. A lot of people say it's the SEC bias, which is really showing with these suspensions that they be having going on compared to what they have Harbaugh going through. But I say this, it was a good thing that they did that, just because of the simple fact, if next season they come along and the NCAA decide to say, hey, we're going to, instead of doing the 4-game, we do a 3-game or 6-game suspension. If they do like a 6-game suspension, he already got 3 games under his belt, so he'll miss 3 games next season, which is not projected to be any particular games that's going to be of any big value. Or if they even do 4 games, he may miss 1 game, which he still be on board for. So that's smart on their part to go ahead and knock out some of the games anyway. With Harbaugh. And with that being said, of course, he has to have replacements. So they're going to be replacement coaches for the first 3 games. Couple of former players, couple of assistants. Man, shout out to my guy Mike Hart. He's going to be coaching one of the games. I know Sharon Moore, he's suspended for the first game, but he's going to be coaching another one of the games. And he also brought his dad in as assistant coach. Harbaugh, he's making the best of this suspension thing. Wise, man, what you feel about that, man?
East Carolina, UNLV, Bowling Green, who gives a damn? We all could coach them games to victory. So get it out the way. I'm okay with all that. It's just sad, NCAA, that you suspended a man for feeding the hungry. Shame on you. Just shame on you. The kid was hungry. He bought him a hamburger. Shame on you for suspending that man for that.
Go ahead, Wise.
No, I'm just saying, bro. Like, I mean, they got 3 of the easiest games on the planet, G. Like, I'm not worried about none of those games. Again, we could coach those games. I can use my Ask Madden button and we'll figure that out. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, whatever.
Yeah, Don Brown can win them games.
Yeah, absolutely.
Listen, man, we you're right, man. NCAA is ridiculous for that, man. That's just in football on both sides, man. NFL and in the NCAA. Like, some of these little stupid rules that they got. You see, we suffering for J-Mo with our Lions, you know what I'm saying? Betting on college games, you know what I'm saying? So just some of the stupid stuff is just like, bro, come on, man. Like, why can't you just fix this? Like, this is dumb.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For cheeseburgers, like, come on, man.
Can't even feed the hungry no more in the land of the free. Home of the brave.
It's a lot of technicalities that they say went about in regards to that, because they said that Harbaugh supposedly misled and everything, but like you said, it's just not consistent across the board. That's the thing about the suspension that gets a lot of people upset, is that you got teams that got guys taking substantial amount of money under the table that's getting caught, and they're getting 1-game suspensions. And come on, get consistent.
Yeah, like that's unacceptable, man.
Get consistent, man. But anyway, listen, we got officially this upcoming week is where most of the teams will be playing. So, what you looking forward to this weekend, upcoming with college football, Wise man?
I'm liking Florida versus Utah Thursday night to kick it off. And you already know, like, I love my Michigan Wolverines, but I'm a huge Florida State Seminole fan, and we got LSU Sunday night, so I will be glued. The wings will be plentiful, as well as the Voodoo Rangers. Absolutely. And then, like I say, I'm gonna watch, Michigan do what they need to do against East Carolina. So yeah, I'm just excited, man. This is college football on all day. I don't think I'm gonna leave my couch, G. I ain't gonna hold you.
Listen, I'm with you on that one too. Listen, I already let my lady know. Listen, you might as well get ready to get upset because listen, these weekends is done for now.
Ladies, it's football season. Please don't make me repeat what I need to repeat, but it's football season.
It is what it is. King, man, you looking forward to this weekend, man? College football, man.
Absolutely, man. I can't wait to Central beat MSU. Listen,
Shout out to DC, man. He had to work.
DC gonna be mad at you, my boy.
Buck is not coming.
Hey, what's the saying, King? What is it?
They are busted, disgusted, and not to be trusted. No, I'm just ready to see some college football, man. We've been all just jonesing for football in general, but man, college football is a whole different type of party, man. You know what I'm saying? So many games going on at once. Especially with the service that I got for cable now, I can see everything, and I mean everything. I'm gonna be doing some flicking. But yeah, like I said, I'm just looking forward to football.
Yeah. And me as well. I know, a lot of guys looking forward to that, home opener with Michigan. Of course, it's going to be shown on Peacock. So I don't know if you got to build that to your service or you got to get the subscription. But the first game will be shown on Peacock if you wasn't aware. So get that ready because I don't want y'all to come game time and actually where the game is. It will be on Peacock.
Don't forget, Willie. They're going to show the MSU game on Tubi. So make sure, make sure y'all ready. we all see microphones out there on the field in the quarterback face. Just know.
Hey, listen, if y'all see that old dude run out there and fall.
Oh man.
Poor MSU, man. They're just gonna be the butt of these jokes, man. But it is what it is.
Oh, that was amazing.
Yeah.
But anyway, listen. I look forward to, like I said, college football because, like you said, King, it's a different field than it is with the NFL. It's to me, it seems like it's a lot at stake. You got a lot of young teams and young players that know it's a lot more on the line than what it be in the NFL. For me, I'm more of a college football fan because to me, it's still some purity, even though it's starting to go away because of, what's going on with the NIL situation. But it's a purity to it that I look forward to seeing, man, because it just seems like, these players, they put a little more energy and emotion into these games than they would in the NFL because a lot of times they play in the NFL, but, a lot of them, once they get that check,
they're trying to get there, man. They're trying to make it, so they play a little harder, in my opinion. But yeah,
more hunger.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here comes it.
Yeah, you see him?
DC texting in, of course, man. Bree, what up, man? We got on your Spartans too, man. That's another Spartan fan. Shout out to D313XP, Bree. No, Miss J, of course, DC1. They a couple of guys are Spartan fans, so we got to rely on them.
And that's why that bubble in the group chat green. I hate it. I hate it so much.
Oh man, we all look forward to it, man. Another great year. Listen, man, we got a lot coming up. We got, of course, you got, NFL preseason ending, and the season's about to start. We got college. Right here now, man. This is our season, fellas. You guys are about to see a lot of DSN these upcoming weeks, man, because we're gonna have a lot to talk about. Because these games is here, man, and then it's good to have teams that have potential to do some things like with Michigan. For me, it's national, and a lot of people, it's national championship or bust for this team. This team that we have in Michigan is loaded.
Absolutely.
It has depth across the board. We got a veteran at quarterback. We got two of the best running backs in the league. We got the greatest offensive line in the league. The defense is sound from front to back. Definitely, it's the opportunity for us to go ahead and get this national championship this year. I think this is our year, fellas.
No doubt. No doubt.
For instance, if we don't get the national championship, Jim Harbaugh will be busted, disgusted, and not to be trusted. In my
man, again, I'm all for getting rid of the khaki too, man. Like, if he don't do it this year, we got to look at somebody else that can get us over the hump.
I'm tired of waiting.
Yeah.
Listen, don't let Big A hear that, because he gonna go crazy. Shout out to Big A. He'll be here soon enough to spew his rhetoric when it comes to Harbaugh. I think Big A is Harbaugh's attorney, if you would say. Marvin said, did we talk about Bob Barker yet? No, of course not. But rest in paradise, Bob Barker. 99 years old. You lived a long life, man. Price is Right went up because of you. So shout out to Bob Barker. Also, there's a couple other losses we had too. I know we got some wrestling fans in here too, but Bray Wyatt, passed away, as well as Terry Funk. You guys know Terry Funk. He was also another one that passed away too. So we had a few, and they always say it happens in threes too. So that was three that popped up recently. So to all my wrestling fans, who's big into wrestling, Bray Wyatt, Terry Funk was the two of the guys that passed away, and also, like I said, a legend in Bob Barker. Rest in peace, and prayers up to their families. And on another note, I will say this again. What's up with your boy Donald Trump? 215 pounds, man. 6'3".
I mean, the orange fella just can't stay. He just can't get right, boss.
Man, y'all leave my guy alone, man.
What's wrong with him, man?
He just can't get right. That's his name. Can't get right.
Yeah, he out there thugging it right now. Let him be, man.
I mean,
he out there thugging it. Charleston White out here macing people, hitting them in the head.
Oh man, I passed out when I saw that dog.
Hey, listen, that man cannot. He cannot lose. That man is winning every time. Like, and he tells you, listen, don't run up on me because I got it on me, and he's showing that he had it on him. Dog, did you see him cluck that boy upside his head with that pig?
Yeah, it did pull a knife out this long. I'm like,
that's a pig sticker. Yeah.
I'm like, this dude. Social media is an interesting place today.
Yes, it is, man.
That man cannot lose. Listen, we had another great show today, man. We just having fun with you guys. We're glad you guys was in this with us. Shout out to everybody in the comment section. It's Jay, Bree, Marvin. You always rocking with us, man. Everyone that's been rocking with us. Owen 16, good to see you again. Mr. Privy, appreciate you for commenting in. Listen, final thoughts, man. What we got, fellas? I'm gonna go ahead and go with you, Wise, man.
Ladies, look at me. Come here. It's football season, okay? So when the game is on, if it ain't got nothing to do with y'all grabbing us beer, wings, or good old reaching around during halftime or a commercial break, we don't care. We don't care how your day was. We don't care that your best friend don't know who her baby daddy is. Yes, that dress makes you look fat. Absolutely. It sure does. Leave us the hell alone when football on. Wise man Cass.
King.
Fellas, come in. Let me holler at y'all for a minute. It's football season. It's time for you to be a damn man and tell your woman to go sit her ass down somewhere. Okay? Happy wife, happy life is gone out the window. All right? You can be
for 4 months.
Yeah, you can be a square any other time. It's football season. You can get 2 to 3 hours out of the entire day to yourself to watch football. If you can't, you need to jump in the river and don't try to swim up.
Drown in a puddle of water. You have my permission.
Listen, I'm gonna say this, fellas. And let me cut the music for this one. Don't think I forgot about you, Martha. You've been on my mind all this time. And I'll be seeing you soon. I have written a 4-page letter, and I've closed it with a kiss. And when I'm right there, you better get it on time.
All camp this fool.
You gonna get caterpillars messing with that old woman shit.
Hi, Marky.
Gonna get hemorrhoid.
Listen, I gotta give a shout out to Bay, man.
Shot before you do that, man. What's wrong with you?
Shooting my shot, baby. I'm telling you, it's the long shot. I'm shooting from half court, baby.
You trying to be a Big Willie Styles Ford Firestone? That's too
exactly right, baby. Exactly.
Double Rick.
Y'all small, think big, think big. You know.
Right.
Good Lord, man.
With that being said, listen, like I said, we had another great show. So we'll say this. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy your families. Be safe out there. Listen, I know we had some crazy weather this past week.
Yeah.
So I hope everyone is safe. I hope everyone power gets restored. If it hasn't been restored yet, they will be restored soon. Shout out to my guys that's in the field that's been working 16, 18-hour days to get these people's power restored. I know you guys don't know it, but we got some guys out there that's soldiering through this. They try to get you guys up and going. So with that being said, shout out to my guys out in the field. You guys be safe. Love on yourselves. Love on your family. DSN out, baby.
Like, share, subscribe.
Please do.
Oh, trip.
Oh,